Welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Chris Swift. Let's take a look at our livestock market. I'm anxious to get to our guest, Derrell Peel. So October's up 132, 181.32, been as low as 179.75, and it goes off the board on Tuesday of next week. December up $1, 179.62, Feb up 62 at 181.47. Our feeder market had been a little bit firmer this morning and still is, showing up 242 on the November at 237.85. Jan up 145 at 236.30, and the March contract up 137 at 239 even. In our hog market this morning, it had been a little bit higher as well, up 137 on the December at 67.75. Feb up 137 at 70.85, and out to the April contract up 122 at 76.77. I have Dr. Derrell Peel on the phone here with me this morning. I'm anxious to ask Dr. Peel, we know that last Friday's cattle on feed report was quite a bit of a surprise to the market. Where did those extra cattle come from?
You know, that's a great question. In fact, it's what I wanted to talk about a little bit today. I sent you a chart that explains part of it. You know, and I'm amused at how much reaction there is. Certainly it was bearish in the short run. There's more cattle in the feedlot, so we're going to have more cattle coming to town, coming into the meat markets in the first quarter of next year primarily. But where did those cattle come from? The supply didn't change just because of this report. Sometimes I'm amused. I think people think a big placement number means a bunch of cattle fell out of the sky and landed in the feedlot, but that's not true. Where did they come from? So some of them I think were drought-forced movements. So cattle that went into the feedlot in September are probably cattle that were going to come, some of them at least, were cattle that would have come in October, November, and they won't be there now. So it's a change in timing, not a change in the total supply. The biggest part of it is this heifer number. As of October, heifers on feed made up exactly 40% of all the cattle in the feedlot. That's the largest October heifer on feed number in the entire data series back to 1996. And it's the highest percentage of heifers in the feedlot since October of 2001. So, you know, in fact, if you look at the October 1 on feed inventory, it was up 71,000 head. 60,000 of those additional cattle in the feedlot are heifers. So, you know, again, short-term bearishness aside, what this means is that we continue to tighten up the breeding herd. I've actually revised down a little bit more my expectation of how much additional herd liquidation we've had this year. I think it'll be a little bit smaller yet on January 1 of 24. And the fact that we continue to feed and eat these heifers means that we're not starting any rebuilding or heifer retention that would lead to rebuilding yet. I think that's quite a ways away, and this really extends the time period it's going to take to do that.
Right. Well, Dr. Peel, so that chart on the heifer placement is extremely interesting to me. I see that. It's going to be difficult to expand this herd now because we seem to be under such significantly different economic situations than we were in the 2012 through 13 time frame. Do we have some kind of magical thing that's going to happen that's going to help these producers out when the spring gets here and the idea of expand comes again?
You know, I think that's a real question. Unless we find some elixir we can pour on their backs and change them into heifers, I don't think it's going to be a fast process. So, yeah, we're starting in a much, much tighter supply from a female standpoint compared to 2014, the last time we did an expansion. That was really almost a jackrabbit kind of an expansion. We were poised because we had been saving heifers. And this time we have not been saving heifers. We've been continuing to feed and eat those heifers. So we're in a much different situation that will take much longer to do for all kinds of reasons. But first and foremost, simply because we don't have the supply of cattle to start with.
Right. Dr. Peel, you don't know how much I appreciate you taking the time to come on with us this morning as Dr. Peel with Oklahoma State University. And Susanna, I think now's the time we're going to get some music now.
No, you've been waiting for this, Chris.
Absolutely.
As a musician, that's why.
I have to say, I really appreciated what Claire had to say about the hard work and being able to do anything.
Absolutely.
That ability to achieve things is really just hard work. There's all kinds of educational materials and everything, but you got to want to do it. And somebody like her is a great person to look after. She wanted to do it. She did it. That's a great example of success.